Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of the daytime television shows that we're doing is The Young and the Restless. So this past week in The Young and the Restless, well, first of all, Dina was on this week, which you know I love. Every week that she's on, I just love Marla Adams. I just think she's just the best. I just love her. I love her. She did such a good job too. So she started off the week, by kind of, ripping into Phyllis, because that was how it ended last week, it was pretty great. I'm not going to lie. So she was, having issues with Graham. So Ashley, here's the thing. Ashley kind of went snooping, but in all fairness, Dina gave her Graham's key to his room because she's paying for his room. And she found this bill for this old person home in Boca Raton, Florida. So she called the old person home and asked for Mrs. Bloodworth's suite, and then they transferred Ashley to this woman. And apparently she said, oh, my son pays all the bills. She said she totally, I got to give Ashley credit because she acted like she was a Southern phone company salesman trying to sell you a new plan for your phone. And she's like, oh, my son pays all the bills. And she's like, oh, does he? So they found out when she was in there, which coincided with right when he got the job at Mergeron, which he had interviewed for many times. And they finally got it after he met Dina. And they found out, well, then she got Jack involved. So then Jack said, so Jack then calls the home that they're all from, the home in Boca Raton. And he says, I'm considering putting my mother there. And would you be willing to give me a tour? And then he mentioned Mrs. Bloodworth's suite, and he's like, oh, yeah, she's got the nicest suite in here. It's wonderful, And she's like, oh, okay, well, we'll check it out. We're old friends of hers. We're from Genoa City. And he goes, oh, that's wonderful. It's so nice to have people from her hometown. And that's when Ashley and Jack were both like, okay. So I'm very curious now as to what's really going on, right? What is really going on? So Ashley told Dina. And now Dina's, a little schizo because, well, first of all, Dina actually slipped and told Graham that John Abbott is not Ashley's father. That's a no-no. And then she's like, oh my God, I totally regret telling you that. He's like, I'm not going to say anything. I could care less. So we'll see about that. But, in terms of like, even if he is a charlatan and he's totally out for her money, in all fairness, how many years has she been apart from Jack and Ashley? How many decades has she been apart from Jack and Ashley? Why do they care? I mean, yeah, but, at least this makes for good storyline. Okay, so anyway, so that happened, and I love me some Dina Mergeron, so I'm excited about that. But, okay, so then let's also talk about Juliet. I love Juliet. I really hope they keep her on the show. She's fantastic. And the best thing about Juliet is that we haven't really decided if Juliet is good or bad yet, right? We don't know if she's a psycho or if she's just hormonal and pregnant. We're not really sure. So she saw Kane this week. She was on a lot this week, which is great. I love Juliet too. We saw Kane, and Kane spent a little time, and she showed up to his house at the Chancellor Mansion with all this takeout food because, he can't cook. So she brought all this food, and then they had, food or whatever, and then she left. She ran into Hillary at the athletic club, and then she went into seizures, and Hillary took her to the hospital, and she has got placenta previa, I think it's called, something like that. She's got some rare disorder that, because the baby's pushing up against her cervix, the slightest thing can cause either her or the baby to have enough bleeding that they would lose their life. So, of course, now she's totally freaked out. And I would be too. And then, you know, Hillary calls Kane. Kane shows up. Now, here's the thing, though. Juliet had this dream that Kane was like, you know, kissing her, saying, you know, I'm going to be here for you and this baby, blah, 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 you know. And then when he came, he said something similar, but he didn't kiss her. He just put his hand on her belly. And, you know, listen, if she really wants to get with Kane, that's the one part of this story I don't like, is that she's all into Kane. I mean, Kane's cute, but God, he's just such an ass. He's such an asshole to poor Lily. You know, like, it's very difficult to see the attraction, why Juliet is so into Kane. I mean, the minute Kane got her fired from Brash and Sassy, she should have written him off right then and there. Been like, okay, I'm done with him, right? But she's, so I don't know, maybe she's really psycho. Maybe it's all a grift. You know, a lot of people are saying that it's actually Jordan's baby and that Jordan and Juliet knew each other in Japan. So who knows? We'll find out when the baby comes out. If the baby's black, we'll know that, you know, Kane is not the father. But she just had genetic DNA testing. So I guess they proved that Kane was the father. So I don't know. Maybe she's not even crazy at all. Right? Maybe she's just sad, you know, like on Days of Our Lives, like Princess Gina, you know, sad. Or Hattie. Oh, poor Hattie. Okay, anyway, sorry. We'll talk about that next week when we do Days of Our Lives. So, so that all happened this week. And then there wasn't any drama. Well, okay. So this guy shows up. He's this concert promoter that Devon and Hottie Noah met at the music festival in San Francisco. And it was played by that guy that was on Seinfeld as Newman. He was great. Oh, wait, was that his name, Newman? Was that his... God, now it's killing me. I can't... Because the only thing that's making me second guess that is I'm thinking that... Because it's Victor Newman in Young and the Restless, but... Now, anyways, Wayne Knight, that's his name. He was also in Jurassic Park, the very first one. So he plays this music producer and, well, this promoter. This music promoter is a big-time music promoter, and he shows up to see Tessa perform at the Underground. And the chick he's with, now I clocked this right away. As soon as I saw her, I was like, oh my God, that's the hooker that Scott tried to get with when he was a client, right? And... you know, Scott ended up showing up later, and then he saw the guy, and he saw this girl, and he's like, I know I've seen her before. He's like, oh my God. So he actually, and I give Scott major, major props, because what happened was, he totally leaned into Tessa and was like, okay, the chick that's his girlfriend is not his girlfriend. She's a prostitute. She knows your sister. Sharon's meeting her in the back. Go meet Sharon. She's like, oh, and I love your show, your performance. It was so good. She's like, so then she gets up and she goes, and then they meet her. And, you know, the poor girl, obviously, I'm thinking there might be some sort of green card issues with her. She's Russian. She just stepped off the boat. She's got a thick accent. She probably doesn't want to say anything to hurt her gravy train, but she does like Crystal. So... Tessa just gave her her phone number. She's like, if you ever have anything you can tell me, please call me. That's all I'm asking. So she said she would. So that's kind of cool. That was really cool. I totally knew she was a hooker. The minute she first walked in with him, I was like, oh yeah, she's bought and paid for sure. Tessa tells Noah, and Noah's like, wow. Because Noah didn't see that coming. I kind of like it, though, because it's going to tie into Zach and Abby and Alice and Sharon and Scott. And it's a great story that's going to lump a bunch of people together. I like stories like that. That's pretty cool. There was a story last week that I thought did that, too. There's a story that is looping in a whole bunch of people. And I just can't. Oh, that's on General Hospital. It's the Jason return story, but the Steve Burton return story. And I can't wait to talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about General Hospital tomorrow. I'm so excited. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, or You can also hashtag GH Talk General Hospital, which I'm doing tomorrow. And you can also hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.